IFP, led by its president Velenkosini Hlabisa, is holding an open prayer service at the Umthwalume following the discovery of bodies of 6 women in a sugarcane plantation in the area. 2 bodies were found on Tuesday and Wednesday. Police have confirmed that 2 people have been taken in for questioning following the discovery of the bodies at the sugarcane plantation. Our reporter Vusi Khumalo is there. Let's cross live to him. Vusi, we spoke to you earlier on. What's the latest in terms of the prayer gathering?
Good morning, Desiree. Yes, indeed. Of course, the president of the IFP has just arrived to be part of the church service taking place here. It's indeed another sad day in South Africa, especially things happening during this month whereby women should be celebrated, but we are here gathering, mourning here the death of 6 women here at Umthwalume area. Today the IFP has gathered here with some different church denominations coming here to pray and also call for divine intervention here at the Umthwalume. Well, there are a number of people who are very, very sad, and some of them are in horror and shocked about the incidents that have taken place here. Well, I'm going to ask our camera person Dabe just to go with me to interview the IFP president, Mr. Velenkosini Hlabisa, who's here with the church services, that are also from here at Uku, under Uku district municipality. We also have the mayor of the local Umzumbe municipality, Londo Lozungu, who's also come to converge and also be part of the prayer service that is taking place. Let me sit down and talk to the president of the IFP. Another sad day in South Africa, in a month whereby we should be celebrating the heroism of women.
This is very unfortunate in our country. As you rightly pointed out, the month of August is a women's month in our country, where we should be celebrating and recognizing the role played by our women in bringing freedom of our country. Unfortunately, we meet here today instead of celebrating, but to lament the merciless killing of our women. The IFP, in August last year on 24, when Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi handed over the baton of leadership, he gave us a specific mandate. He said, protect women and children. The merciless killing of our women is something that cannot be allowed to carry on unattended. The IFP is converging here with different denominations to do 2 things. The first one is to ask and pray to God to intervene in this merciless killing of the women who are the helpless segment in our community. The second thing, the IFP wants to send a message to our government that this is enough now. In times of crisis, the government must respond in a different way to bring an end a crisis situation. The killing of women in our country need a tough stance by the government. The government must be tough on crime and criminals. The first thing that we are saying, anyone who is arrested on a murder and rape case must not be given a bail. Tomorrow, there are 2 people who will be appearing in court on this matter. The IFP says these people must not be given bail until the matter comes to an end. When they are confirmed to be guilty, they must be given a harsh sentence, which is a life sentence with no option for a parole. And we want all the cases of 5 women who were killed here to be resolved once and for all.
What sort of maybe strategies as the IFP that you have in order to cap the scourge of gender-based violence?
The IFP, if we were the government of the day, the first thing that we will do, we will deploy enough security forces in our volatile communities which have shown signs of high gender-based violence, and ensure that all police stations in our country have sufficient manpower as well as enough resources in terms of vehicles, so that when people report a criminal case, the police are able to respond urgently. And the IFP will be passing a law where we classify cases of rape and murder of women and children, that all those cases have a prescribed sentence of lifetime with no option for parole. Because we need to send a message that criminals who kill mercilessly do not have a space in our society. And the IFP is going to embark on a nationwide program to call for a referendum that the government must allow the people of South Africa to express their view on the issue of death sentence. A person who kills a woman, what is the reason to protect the right of life to that person who is not protecting the right of life of a woman? We want to mobilize our society to stand up, especially men, to be in the forefront. This is the war which we must take head on as male, because females on their own cannot do anything. They have cried. This has gone for too long, and we say enough is enough. This must come to an end. The government must be harsh on all people who mercilessly kill our women and must be removed from our society. If they are kept in jail, it must be a life sentence without an option of a parole.
That's the IFP president, Mr. Velenkosini Hlabisa. Yes, indeed, saying that government should be very, very tough on criminals, especially when it comes to the serious crimes such as the rape of women as well as the murder here taking place in the country. Well, the 2 suspects are appearing tomorrow at the local magistrates court called 13 here at Umthwalume, facing charges related to murder as well as kidnapping. Well, the church service is currently underway. It's taking place, will be addressed shortly by the IFP president, Mr. Velenkosini Hlabisa. It's back to you in the studio, Desiree.
Vusi, thank you so much for that update. That was Vusi Khumalo.